Kilo 4, Lima, Japan, Echo.
Lima, Japan, Echo, is that a Roger?
That is a Roger, KC9VKV, K4LJE. Hello, Jim. This is Jim in North Carolina, K4LJE, and you're barreling in down here about a 5.9 plus 10, over.
Well, gosh, Jim, likewise, sir. You're sounding mighty good up here on my local antenna. I've got a Kentucky antenna that I'd like to check out, SDR. So why don't you tell me about your antenna system just for a minute so I can look over on that SDR for a second.
Okay, I'll tell you about my antenna.
Over on that SDR for a second.
Okay, I'll tell you about my... At the present time, it is fed long wire at the present time. And also a 3/4 wavelength, the upper band, 15 and 10 and even 17 meters. And we're feeding it in-fed here. We're feeding it in-fed with a 9-to-1 unun, 9-to-1 unun, and working it against a bunch of ground radials that also share with my vertical antenna. I also have a quarter wave vertical with the same radials there. KC9VKV, good to hear you, man. I hope you're doing okay. K4LJE.
Yes, sir, likewise. And you're sounding good on that Kentucky SDR, but I went back to my 7300. You just sound much better direct. Your frequency response range on the 7300 is just much better than on that SDR. And what radio was that you were running?
Okay, we've recently acquired this. This is a Yaesu Fox Tango 710, FT-710 Yaesu, and running 800 watts into the antenna, running a Drake amplifier. Roger?
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, you got a classic there in that amplifier, don't you?
Yeah, we got, it is the baby brother to the L7. This is an L75, which is 13-500. We also have the grandpa, the big Papa Bear, the L7 as well, which is the 3-500. But anyway, we still got all our old stuff, our vintage stuff, but I decided I would go with something a little more modern. And in my old age, having been recently retired, I guess you could say it's kind of like a retirement present there, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what did you retire from?
I retired from a tobacco plant. I retired from the Mr. Go Fix-It business I worked 43 years. I had a couple of different jobs, well, probably about 3 different jobs, and I worked in the industrial equipment electronic technician classification there, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, now you're free to do what you want to do now instead of what they want you to do.
Well, I guess you could say that. You know, I tried to get them to cut me down to part-time, you know, and work like half as much, you know, like 3 days a week or so, and they wouldn't hear about that. So they went ahead, doggone them, they just went ahead and replaced me in spite of it there, Roger.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, well, you know, their loss. I'm sure that you're probably set up pretty good, and, you know, all the happier for it, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, so by the way, I hope I got this thing set up halfway decent. I went ahead and set the audio up in the menu, and boy, oh boy, it's a lot different than just tweaking everything through outboard stuff. But we did leave the outboard mixer in line and the equalization, but I've got it mostly flat. I just tweaked it just a hair, but it's flat and going on the rig's internal audio EQ menu there, Roger.
Roger, sounds good. Sounds good. Could use, you know, my pet peeve, just a little more top, but you know, just a beautiful sound. And I'm, you know, recording on that 7300, so you've got, you know, that 7300 is good from 100 cycles to 2900. So you're sounding just beautiful.
Well, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. yeah, we'll take a listen to it and see what we think. And yeah, I did back off on the top a little bit, but we'll just see what it looks like, or sounds like rather. And hey, I really, really appreciate it. Good to hear you. And I catch you every once in a while just listening, but usually I'm into something else here at the house, and didn't really have time to jump in here. I said I'll get in here today. XYL was going over to my daughter's house. Got a new grandson, so that's the other news. I got a new grandson. He's about 2.5 months old. So little rugrat in progress. KC9VKV, K4LJE.
Roger, Jim. Well, now you've got the time to enjoy that little bud. I'm sure that he'll be impressed by his the attention that you'll be giving him. That's the way it should be. And let me say 73, Jim. Good to hear you. And if you like to say that recording will be up by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Well, thank you very much, Jim, and really appreciate you taking the time to work me in here at the very tail end. And you're doing a good job. I appreciate your work, my friend. K4LJE, Eden, North Carolina. God bless. 7-3s, and see you later.
Roger, Jim, in the land of Eden. 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. And with that being said, we've got to get out of here and return this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. So this is KC9VKV clear.
Hey, Jim, real quick, you're 20 over down here. I didn't give you a report.
Thank you, sir. Likewise, at least that, maybe more for you.
Thank you, sir.
Roger, 373, KC9VKV clear.